The power of tongue. Tongue is a small body part but very strong. Let's listen from this lesson from a frog tale. A group of frogs were hopping through the woods, going about their froggy business, when two of them fell deep pitch. All the other frogs gathered around the pitch to see what could have been done to help their companions. When they saw how deep the pit was, the rest of the dismayed group agreed it was hopeless and told the frogs in the pit they should prepare themselves for their fate because they were as good as dead. Unwilling to accept this terrible fate, the two frogs began to jump with all their might. Some of the frogs shouted into the pit that it was hopeless and that the two frogs wouldn't be in that situation if they had been more careful, more obedient to froggy rules, and more responsible. The other frogs continued sorrowfully shouting that they should save their energy and give up, since they were already as good as dead. The two frogs continued jumping as hard as they could, and after several hours of desperate effort, they were quite very weary. Finally, one of the frogs took heed to the calls of his fellows. Spent and disheartened, he quietly resolved himself to his fate. He lay at the bottom of the pit and died as others looked in helpless grief. The frogs continued to jump with every ounce of energy he had, although his body was racked with pain and was completely exhausted. His companion began anew, yearning for him to accept his fate, to stop the pain and just die. The weary frog jumped harder and harder, and wonder of wonders, finally leapt so high that he sprang out the pit. Amazed, the frogs celebrated his miraculous freedom and they gathered around him and asked, "Why did you continue jumping when we told you it was impossible?" Reading their lips, the astonished frog explained to them that he was deaf, and that he saw their gestures and shouting, and though he thought they were cheering on him. What he perceived as encouragement inspired him to try harder to succeed, against the odds. This simple story contains a powerful lesson. Your encouraging words can lift someone up and help him or her make it through the day. Your destructive words can cause deep wounds. They may be weapons that destroy someone's desire to continue trying or even their life. Your destructive, careless words can diminish someone in the eyes of others, destroying the influence and having a lasting impact on the way they respond to them. Now, hope you really enjoyed the channel. Kindly subscribe for more amazing content. Show your love